Hi, great to be back with you guys again. Reading Because of Winn Dixie by Kate DiCamillo. Such a good book, don't you think? I hate that we're nearing the end of it because it's just been so much fun to read. It's just exciting. I love it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy this book. We're going to read chapter 23 today. If you remember with chapter 21 and 22, and actually in chapter 20 also, we left off with Opal and Gloria Dump planning a party. And when we left, they had their guests there. Let's see, who all was there? Miss Franny Block was there. The preacher was there. Otis was there. Sweetie Pie Thomas was there. Amanda Wilkinson was there. Otis, did I say Otis? Otis was there. I think that's all. And of course, Gloria Dump and Opal and Winn Dixie are there. But they're getting everybody together. Like we said, I don't think they really knew each other beforehand. You know, like Otis kind of knew Sweetie Pie from the store and Miss Franny knew Amanda. But I don't think everybody knew one another, which can always make you feel a little bit uneasy when you go into a place where you don't know many people. I think Otis especially felt that way. He felt really uneasy. But he's there with his big jar of pickles, remember. Everybody's brought something with them. Just 2 words today. We've got teetery. Now, they're going to talk about Miss Franny Block as being teetery. Remember, she has on her high heels, and Opal said it was like she was swaying on a boat in those high heels because she's older and just has a little bit of trouble staying balanced on the high heels, so she's kind of teetery. And then we have the word downpour. Yikes, because remember, there was thunder coming, and they were starting to kind of work their way inside because they felt like there was a storm coming. They had heard thunder in the background. So a downpour, you know how when just all of a sudden it'll whoosh, you know, a bunch of rain come down. Not a little drizzle, but a downpour when it is really raining. Okay? All right, chapter 23. Now, the only thing I can say here, and I'm sure my smart little kiddos have thought this, thunder. Who doesn't like thunder? Yeah, Winn Dixie. So I'm a little concerned about Winn Dixie and this thunder and the downpour. But let's see. Well, we'll see what's going to happen. Chapter 23 on page 155. Give you just a second to get with me. Teeth are brushed. We're ready for the day. All right. Save the sandwiches, Gloria Dump yelled to me. Save the punch. I got my dog pictures, screamed Sweetie Pie. She went running around, tearing them off the trees and chairs. Don't worry, she kept shouting, I got them. Now, probably the dog pictures are the least of their worries, but you know Sweetie Pie, she's only 5 years old, and she's very concerned with her dog pictures. So she's like, don't y'all worry about it, I got my dog pictures. I grabbed the platter of egg salad sandwiches, and the preacher grabbed the punch, and we ran into the kitchen with them. And when I ran back outside, I saw that Amanda had a hold of Miss Franny Block and was helping her into the house. Miss Franny was so teetery on her high heels that the rain would have knocked her right over if Amanda hadn't held on to her. I grabbed Gloria Dump's arm. I'm all right, she said, but she put her hand on my arm and held on to me tight. I looked around the garden before we left. All the crepe paper was melted and the candles were out. And then I saw Otis. He was just standing there by his jar of pickles, looking down at his feet. Otis! I hollered at him over the rain. Come on, we're going inside. When we got in the kitchen, Amanda and Miss Franny were laughing and shaking themselves like dogs. What a downpour, said Miss Franny. Wasn't that something? That came right out of nowhere, said the preacher. Ooh-wee, said Gloria. Go! Squawked Gertrude. I looked at her. She was sitting on the kitchen table. The thunder was really booming and cracking. Oh, no, I said. I looked around the kitchen. Don't worry, said Sweetie Pie. I saved them dog pictures. I got them right here. She waved around her wad of magazine pages. Where's Winn Dixie? I shouted. I forgot about him. I was just thinking about the party, and I forgot about Winn Dixie. I forgot about protecting him from the thunder. Now, Opal, the preacher said, he's probably right out in the yard hiding underneath the chair. Come on, you and I will go look. Hold on, said Gloria Dump. Let me get you a flashlight and some umbrellas. But I didn't want to wait. I went running out into the yard. I looked under all the chairs and around the bushes and the trees. I called his name real loud. Oh, I felt like crying. It was my fault. I was supposed to hold on to him, and I forgot. Opal, I heard the preacher call. I looked up. He was standing on the porch with Gloria, and Dunlap and Stevie Dewberry were standing there too. "Your guests are here," the preacher said. "I don't care," I hollered. "Come on up here," Gloria Dump said, her voice all harsh and serious. She shone her flashlight out at me. I walked up onto the porch and she handed me the flashlight. "Now tell these boys hey," she said. "Tell them you're glad they came and that you will be right back as soon as you find your dog." "Hey," I said, "thank you for coming. I just got to go find Winn Dixie, and then I'll be right back." Stevie stared at me with his mouth wide open. "You want me to help?" Dunlap asked. I shook my head. I tried hard not to cry. "Come here, child," Gloria Dump said. She reached for me and pulled me close to her and whispered in my ear, "There ain't no way you can hold on to something that wants to go. You understand? You can only love what you got while you got it." She squeezed me hard. "Good luck now," she called, as me and the preacher stepped off the porch and out into the rain. "Good luck," Miss Franny called from the kitchen. "That dog ain't lost," I heard Sweetie Pie holler to somebody inside. "That dog's too smart to get lost." I turned around and looked back, and the last thing I saw was the porch light shining on Dunlap Dewberry's bald head. It made me sad, him standing on Gloria's porch, his bald head glowing. Dunlap saw me looking, and he raised up his hand and waved to me. I didn't wave back. And that's the end of chapter 23. Kind of a short chapter, but oh gosh, so much happening in there. Winn Dixie's lost, Opal has lost Winn Dixie. And you know, oh my goodness, Winn Dixie has just brought her so much comfort and joy. And now, you know, she said, "I will always protect Winn Dixie during a storm," but she was preoccupied with this party and didn't even think about Winn Dixie at this time. And now Winn Dixie can't be found in the thunderstorm. And remember how crazy, it's a pathological fear. Remember they talked about that? Pathological fear that Winn Dixie has with thunderstorms. So the preacher and Opal in this downpour have gone out to look for him, and hopefully they will find him. We'll see. Make your predictions. When we get together again, we'll read chapter 24, okay? This was kind of a short one. That's okay. That's all right. So now you've got some time to work on your summary for chapter 23, okay? All right, when we meet together on Thursday, we'll be doing 24. All right, have a fabulous day. Be extra good for mom and dad or whoever's taking care of you. You let them know you can do this on your own and you can do a good job because you know what's expected of you, right? Okay. All right, I'll see ya. Miss you guys.